Happy Sunday morning, everybody. It's Sunday, February the 20th, 2022. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's bright and early here. The sun's shining. It's clear. It's a little cool this morning. It's about 20, in the low 20s this morning. Got a good program for you today, and I'm going to start out with a special request this morning for a dear friend that's in the hospital with a broken leg this morning. So David Hensley, here is yours, Doxology. Starting out the program just a little bit differently today, but now do remember my friend David Hensley in your prayers. He sent me a few pictures of his x-rays yesterday. He fell about 5 feet off of a boardwalk and broke his leg pretty bad. So do pray for him. He's in the hospital with it right now. Hopefully get out tomorrow. Okay, we have a very special day here right now, because my dear camera lady, Suzette, it is her birthday today. And I wanted us to actually really open up with happy birthday to Suzette. So Suzette, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Suzette. Happy birthday to I couldn't do this program as smoothly without Suzette, because she gives me all the thumbs up and lets me know that everything's going well. So when y'all make the comments, she's the first to see them, and she keeps me posted well. All right, so let's really get into the program now. I've got several lined up today that I have not done on the program before, and there's a lot of the songs that you requested this week that deal with heaven. First one is not, though, but it is On the Jericho Road. So I hope you enjoy it. Do stay tuned to the end of the program today, because I have a very special announcement that I'm going to make, and you don't want to miss it. Okay, next up, and I am having to use books quite a bit today. And here's another one that I had actually never played, and I've never even heard it, out of the Redback Hymnal. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit slower paced, but it's called The Pearly White City. So I hope you enjoy it. beautiful hymn. Thank you to whoever suggested that one for today. All right, next up is Midnight Cry. And when we hear that midnight cry, I will leave it all behind. Now, we're going to go back into the Cokesbury hymnal, and we are going to do one that I think goes along very well with the Pearly White City that we just did. And this is another old one. That's Ivory Palaces. So I hope you enjoy. Next up is, This Is Just What Heaven Means to Me. I think it's great and it's odd how God works all the songs out each week. I know last week I made a mention about one of the ladies on my Facebook that her husband is in the last stages of life right now, and he is getting to see glimpses of heaven, and he's able to relate those to her, and she's posting the things that he's saying and the things that he is seeing, and it's been such a blessing this week to get to read those posts. So thank you. I don't remember your name right off, but thank you for posting those glimpses of heaven and helping us to know that, yes, it's real. All right, next up, I'm going to do one. It was actually requested a few weeks ago, and I kept forgetting about it, putting it together. It's a little medley. One of them is called Hymn. I think it's by Vangelis, and it is mixed with Come Thou Fount. And I was actually going to get the music out real quick, so give me just a second. Because I don't want to forget anything. Ashley, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope it was the way you wanted it. Okay, let's see. What have we got next? We are going to the red back again. And we are going to do Whispering Hope. Next up, we've got another slow one, but definitely hang on till the end because, as my tradition is, the end does pick up pretty good. The Haven of Rest. Slow one that we're going to do, and I remember this one. It's also out of the red back. It's called Cleanse Me. It's one you don't hear very often anymore, but I remember so well growing up that anytime we were going to do communion at church, Jeannie Setzer always sang this one because it's talking about cleanse me, O God, and know my heart's desires. We are never take communion when you're not cleansed yourself. So it's a time of searching. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start picking up the tempo a little bit. We're still in the Redback hymnal, In the Sweet Forever. one that I have not done on the show yet since we started, Down by the Riverside. I do have one more slow, and I forgot about it being in here. I remember this one so well also. And I love referring back to my childhood and growing up at the South Lenore Church of God, because there are so many memories and of all the music that we learned then. And Bill Brown, I especially appreciate growing up because, and he still has such a tremendous voice. He sings in his church all the time. And I remember him always singing this one with the choir. There will be peace in the valley. Next up, and I think my parents used to sing this one. They've sung quite a few over the years themselves, and it's I'll See You in the Rapture. Next up, One, it was requested a lot when this program first started 2 years ago and the pandemic was getting into full swing. Actually, right now is when it was really getting started 2 years ago. Thank the Lord that it is waning, and I hope that it continues to just dwindle away. We can only hope and pray. All right, the King is coming. Number, and I told you that if you stayed to the end of the program, you would get a very special announcement. Okay, so here it is. March the 27th, which is the last Sunday in March, at Missionary Wesleyan Church in Forest City, I will be giving another concert. It'll be my second one at this church. If you remember back, Priscilla Hensley and I did one back in the late summer of last year there. Priscilla will be joining me again, and so we will be working on some duets here in the next few weeks. And again, that is March 27th, Missionary Wesleyan Church in Forest City, North Carolina, and that will be at 6 p.m. I was joking and told some of them, since we're going back there again, perhaps I should call it Priscilla and Howard, the second coming. But no, not really. But anyhow, so we're going to wind up today's program with a quick little medley of Heaven's Jubilee, When We All Get to Heaven, and When the Saints Go Marching In. Have a wonderful week. Tell somebody about Jesus this week. And I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.